What's going, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 2016 mod career mode here on the 2014 game, and we're back for round number 7 at the Canadian Grand Prix after an absolute flipping fantastic and mad Monaco one 2 weeks ago. If you have missed that one, do go check that out. It was pretty damn nutty at the end. I won't spoil it for you, but let's just say it was I was sort of hard for words at the end of that video. It was pretty damn mad. But anyway, we're here for the Canadian Grand Prix, and if you've been on the channel for a while, you know that the Canadian Grand Prix is quite one that I'm fond of. You know, it's probably one of my favorite tracks on the F1 calendar to race and also watch as well, and I'm really looking forward to this race. And from the back of Monaco, hopefully we can use the momentum there from the results to have a good one here. So we're going to go straight into qualifying right now and look at my last flying lap. I did 2 flying laps. The first one was pretty damn horrible. It was a 1:17.8. Really didn't get in the groove of it, to be honest. It was just more of a banker lap. We got that in. That got me P22, last on the grid. So this is my actual flying lap, really. At the moment, Rosberg's on pole position, so we'll see what we can do about that and hopefully get sort of close. But it's going to be tough. It looks like the grid is very, very close. And as we come through to the final part, I just cut out the qualifying lap. Didn't want to really bog you guys down with just watching a random lap through. But we come through the final corner, very, very close to the wall of champions. But we come through, cross the line. Probably should have stayed to the right there, but we come through to a 16.2, and that only gets us 17th place. We're 1.1 slower than Nico Rosberg, and that gets us 17th place. I was so shell-shocked after that lap, you know, in terms of where we came. And then I looked at the grid. The entire grid is separated by 1.4 seconds, I think that is. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, 1.417 is how much the grid, first to P22, is split. That is insanely close here at Canada, and it means I'm in 17th place. Romain Grosjean, my teammate, is in 10th here in the Haas Formula 1 team. So that is a rather unfortunate qualifying. Very weird one to see the grid so close. Awesome stuff to see, actually. But anyway, for the strategy, it's going to be a 3-stop option, prime, option. You know, we're going to have to try and do better. Let's get straight to the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. Right, so here we are on the grid going towards those 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix. What can we do today? Can we turn this around from P17? We are off from 5 red lights, getting a lot of wheel spin there, getting bogged down quite a lot in second gear. We've got Perez there on the right, no, Hulkenberg, sorry, I should say, on the right, and the Sauber Rex on the left going round my outside. We're going to go into turn 1 very cautiously. Realistic damage on, obviously, so we have to be careful about that, but we managed to carve our way through the middle of that Renault and the McLaren there on the left of Alonso, who's being slowed down a little bit. And then up ahead, we've got a Fiat being held up by Bottas, so we go around him, and then looky here, we've got our teammate just about, but Bottas comes back at us around the outside, so we have to settle for 14th place at the moment. Not a bad start, but we've got probably, I don't know, at least 10 more places until we're probably satisfied with the position today. But Bottas goes very, very slow to get squeezed out by Grosjean, and Alonso had to try and look at me, but now we'll get on the back of Bottas and try and hang with him. And hopefully now as we cut onto the end of lap 1, right down the back straight, Alonso in the mirrors there, but we're closing up on Bottas with slipstream. We'll dive down the inside just before the chicane, and we'll get that place for 13th. Very, very close to the wall of champions there on the right. Just about negotiated it, but we're up into 13th now, right behind our teammate Grosjean in 12th there. Rosberg still in the lead of this Grand Prix, so that's pretty good to see, because in the championship at the moment, if you remember from the last episode, even though that, well, it's been long enough into the video, I'll spoil it for you now. Obviously, after that 1-2 that we got in the Haas Formula 1 team, Hamilton still leads the championship quite some way, so it's quite nice to see Rosberg right up there. But anyway, as I've been talking about that, we overtook Grosjean. Quite a weird move, actually. He went very, very slowly into the hairpin as someone lost a bit of carbon fibre, and we just stuck it down the inside very, very easily. And onto lap 3 now, down to the hairpin. We're right behind Perez, and we pretty much almost try an identical move, except this time Perez, unlike our teammate, gets a really good exit, so we do not overtake him quite as easily. And now we're going side by side, and we'll have some DRS to help us. Surely he'll have DRS as well on Sainz. Sainz can be a bit of a barrier here, and he actually helps me out greatly. Thank you very much, Carlos. As we go into the chicane, we overtake both those cars there. Double overtake move, very much due to the Toro Rosso blocking Perez there, and then going very, very slow on the brakes there. Rosberg setting a 1:14.3 fast lap of the Grand Prix so far. Me with a 1:15.5. So the track is getting a lot faster than qualifying. That's something you guys have been noticing maybe in the series. on race day, the track is a lot faster than qualifying. The mods kind of speed everything up in the race, and it's kind of nice that way that everyone kind of speeds up, really gains a lot of speed. It's quite difficult to actually catch up to these AI sometimes. But now into lap 5, we've got a bit of carbon fiber in the chicane there. Rosberg bangs in another purple lap time, but we've got 3 cars going very slowly. Massa, does he have damage? I wonder if one of these guys was that caused that damage there. Massa still has his front wing, so it might be the Sauber, it looks like. So we've got up into 9th place, overtaking Massa quite easily, but Perez comes out of nowhere down the inside. I didn't even see him in my freaking mirrors, but he jumps down inside. And now Bottas comes down the inside. What is this madness? The AI really aggressive and hungry today, as both of them go down my inside, or have successfully gone down my inside once there. And Bottas gets me, so we're down back to 10th place now in the points. And then here, there's going to be a bit of a sticky situation. We go to the left-hand side. Bottas pins us in, and we're pinned in by Nasser. We have to brake twice there, as Nasser almost brake checks us and kind of makes us crash there into his rear end, as he's got no front wing. Fair play, but I was completely boxed in there by the Williams. And now we've got the we got a safety car deployed, safety car deployed. We had a Torosso right behind us there. That could have been nasty, as we lost a lot of momentum through that high-speed chicane, but a safety car has been deployed, so we're going to pit right now, lap 6. No one else comes in, so this is a very interesting tactic from the AI, from the rest of the drivers. I'm going to come in because it kind of makes sense, because obviously a safety car, you get basically a free pit stop. So we're coming in onto the prime tyres. We were going option, prime, option, I have to say. But now I'm thinking we try something a little bit different. You know, we have a safety car to help us out, help us stretch these prime tyres out 2 more laps. Do we try and do the option prime, go to the end, maybe do one less stop and gain, you know, whatever it is, about 20 seconds there, you know, a pit stop is worth in Canada. If we try and gain that much time by doing one less stop, I think that might benefit us quite a lot here. But anyway, we can't to lap 8. The safety car, as you saw there, is coming in this lap. We're up into rich mix, and now we're just psyching ourselves out. Unfortunately, you know, something that won't be in the 2016 game when it comes out. Look at the amount of gap that I've got behind Grosjean. The game is not letting me close up to Grosjean, and Grosjean himself is not closed up to the next car ahead. It's really frustrating, to be honest, on 2014, that it's so like spaced out. You really want to be right up there, you know, like real life. You know, you're on the restart, you slam the throttle, you're right behind him, you maybe correct some oversteer, and you really get up in their gearbox. But unfortunately, in the game, it kind of slows you down, automatically takes your place. So that's going to be quite nice to actually have in 2016 when it actually comes out sometime in August. That hopefully we won't have that. Well, we won't have that, and not hopefully, we will definitely have that, because I've played it in March. What am I talking about? Anyway, we're on lap 9. We're right behind Grosjean. People have made their pits. We're into 6th and 7th at the moment. Just as I said, we're getting places because people are yet to make their pit stop. They stupidly did not make the pit stop during the safety car period. And now, would you look at this? It's a 1-2 for Haas right now on lap 10 in Canada. Sound familiar? Absolutely crazy that we're in a 1-2 position again. Obviously, in Monaco, we had some rain to help us. Unfortunately, there was a 14% chance of rain. I don't know if you eagle-eyed viewers saw that at the beginning of the video. There was a slight chance of rain in this race, but only 14%. And unfortunately, if you look at the clouds right now, it looks like it's pretty damn sunny, so no chance of that happening yet. But on to the end of lap 10, on towards the back, straight towards that chicane. We're closing up on Grosjean. We're going to try and get into first place. Obviously, in Monaco, we ended up like this. We ended up Grosjean first, myself second. This time, I want to be the one in first place. We go down the inside of him right before the chicane, smash the bump on the right, and we're up into first place right now. We've got 2 runners out of the Grand Prix, so we've got 20 cars left. Grosjean sticking with us through that chicane, so that's pretty good to see. And hopefully, he can kind of just try and hang on a little bit. But crucially, I'm pretty sure Grosjean has to make like another stop yet. I think he might have started on the prime tyres. I think he was on the yellow wall soft tyres, so I think he has to make a stop for super soft soon. So that's a bit unfortunate for Grosjean. If he chose my strategy, he could have stayed with me, because obviously we're on fresher prime tyres. We pit on lap 6. He started those prime tyres at the very start of the Grand Prix, unfortunately for him. So, and actually, at the moment, you can see there, he's gone down the order. He's just made his pit stop there. So, right now, we've got Kvyat 7 seconds behind us, but I'm pretty sure that's not a legit position, unless he randomly gained a lot of positions. But we've got Rosberg in 3rd, which I'm pretty sure is correct. Rosberg, 8 seconds back, and Raikkonen not too close behind. But now we can't to lap 18. Some way into the Grand Prix now, about 8 laps later, and we've been just going steadily on these prime tyres. You can see the guys wanted me to make a pit stop, but if you look at them, I mean, the front's really on that wall, and they're really pretty good at the moment. So we're going to stay in first place, going to continue stretching these out. If we can maybe stretch them to about lap 20, 1:22, we can do equal number of laps on both prime tyres that I do in this Grand Prix at the moment. And on lap 21, we're still going. We're probably going to pit this lap, but you can see on the top left, Raikkonen now is in second place, 22 seconds back. That's because both Raikkonen and Rosberg have now made their final pit stop, I believe. I think they might make one more. Don't quote me on that. I think they might make one more. Let's see. Let's have a look. But I'm pretty sure they just made a pit stop right now. That's why he's 22 seconds back. But he is probably catching at a rate of knots. He's going to have the super soft tyres on because obviously all the AI will probably be doing option, prime, option. So 2 options to the end for all these guys behind me. And there you go, confirmation of 1:13.5 compared to probably my 1:15 something right now on these very warm prime tyres. So it is time for us to come in for our final pit stop, our second pit stop of the Grand Prix compared to everyone else's third pit stop soon. But Raikkonen's 20 seconds back. So it's roughly about a 20-second pit stop. So this might be very, very close in terms of Raikkonen being there. Obviously, it's not exactly 20 seconds because I had to slow down for the pit lane before the timer came up, but we're kind of going to come in for another set of yellow tyres. You can see the skies are sort of getting a little bit darker. It looks like that 14% chance of rain is going to come towards the end, but let's have a look here on the mini-map. Raikkonen, I think that is him on the mini-map coming through, so he doesn't get actually side-by-side with us at all. I thought he might have come side-by-side. It's a 4.7 gap according to the timer on the left. We're looking behind. Oh, there you can see. I look behind me. You could just briefly see that little white speck. That was the top of Raikkonen's car. And now 3 laps later, lap 24, Raikkonen is charging right now. 3/10 behind me on super soft tyres. We're going to have to do the worldliest defensive driving we can do. We've got 11 laps left of this Grand Prix, guys, and we can win this race, guys. All we have to do is just keep Raikkonen and Rosberg behind, because Rosberg's not too far behind there, 3 seconds only back behind us, and we can get this win. And the rain might come as well, that 14%. It's going to come eventually, so I'm guessing towards the end it will come, and that will just throw another spanner of the mix. I mean, I don't know, it might not play in our favour, but we're going to have to try our best here. So through the chicane right now, still holding on. Obviously, Raikkonen will have DRS here, but at this point, we're just, we're concentrating on ourselves. You can't really do too much about him having DRS. We have to make sure we hit all these brake zones all good and try and gain the time back that we're losing in the DRS zones through these sectors, through the corners, and we'll be okay, I think. So we just have to hang on here. We cut later on to lap 26 now. Rosberg's ahead of us. Hamilton is third now. Raikkonen has made a pit stop. So just like I said before, that they might make another pit stop yet, because I'm not too sure when the actual timing of the 3 stop is. So it looks like they're all making another stop right now. So Rosberg is now 3/10 behind us, and he's closing up quite a bit more than Kimi Raikkonen was. That Mercedes power really working a treat right there for Rosberg, really gaining us, just showing the power of that Mercedes engine in the back of his car, and he's really stayed with us through the chicane. So this might be a little bit harder right now to hang on to first place, as he maybe has a look down the inside, thinks better of it, and we go into turn 1 still in first place, but he's very, very close. Lap 27 again in the same place right now, and this time he's got us. Rosberg goes on the left hand side of the track with some DRS. He's on super softs. Is he going to come in for another stop? Yes, he does. I suspected that much because Raikkonen's pit, but Rosberg had not yet pit, so I always sort of knew he was going to come in, so I wasn't too worried actually. Moving to the left hand side, it was sort of maybe obvious in a way that he was coming into the pits right there. So Rosberg into the pits now. There's a Manor car coming out. That's fine. So this is how it's playing out right now. We've got 7 laps in this Grand Prix. We're on worn prime tyres right now that we've been on since lap 21 or 2, and these guys are on fresh option tyres. Hamilton, Rosberg, Raikkonen all behind us on option tyres, and it's only taken them 5 laps to get back to 3 seconds of a gap between me and them. That's how much the option tyres are worth compared to these really worn prime tyres, especially in these slippery conditions. You can see the rain is now starting to fall, so that 14% has finally come into play in the last 3 laps of the Grand Prix. I know, very annoying, but we've got 2.5 behind us. We now cut into lap 34, the second last lap of the Grand Prix. Going into the last lap of the Grand Prix, I go very, very deep into the chicane because it's getting so slippery. I really did not realise how slippery it was going to be into that chicane. I really did make a bad mistake there into the chicane. We squeezed Rosberg a little bit, give him the room though, and he just couldn't make it past us. So we're staying in first place. He's literally got 200ths of a second between us as we cross that finish line right there on the last lap of the Grand Prix. And we're going to stay with this POV till the end, till the checkered flag, and let's see if we can do this. It's very, very slippery. The rain's coming down. It's getting wetter by the minute, but obviously no use coming onto inters right now. It's not like Monaco where there was pretty much, like 2 laps of maybe just getting around the track. Pretty much it's to the line now, obviously, the last lap of the Grand Prix, but there's 2 tenths in it. Rosberg at some point point. He's going to go for attack. I don't know if there's DRS available, but he's very, very, fast in a straight line. And our traction, as you can clearly see there as I go opposite lock, is not amazing out of these fast corners. We've gone down to normal standard mix because we were in rich mix for that entire time leading up to this point because I was pushing very, very hard to try and stay ahead of these guys. But now we have to go into optimum. One last straight, one chicane, and then one pit straight separates us from our first win in this Haas Formula 1 car. Come on, baby. Let's just do this. Rosberg is going to close in. We're going to have to be very careful into the chicane. I cannot make another mistake like we just did before. That was way too close last time. So nice and easy into the last chicane. Third gear at the moment. Nice and easy on the power. We lose the back end a little bit. Rosberg's got a beautiful exit. Is he going to try and make a move? No, we go and stay to the right. And we cross the line. And that is going to be our first win in the Haas Formula 1 car. And our first win this season. Get in. So there you have it, our first win in Formula 1. We got very, very close last episode at Monaco, but obviously our teammate got that because we had to make that late pit stop after I crashed off my front wing. But this time, we've not made a mistake like that. We've just held it through, and that was a very different race to the ones I'm used to in career mode. This was a race of controlling the race. I got into the lead because of that awesome two-stop strategy that if I do say so myself, I think that was quite inspired to, choose the two-stop strategy, pit on the safety car, exploit the AI, the fact they weren't even going to pit then, and didn't get the free pit stop, and then it was all about controlling the race. The Haas car is not the fastest car on this grid by any means because my teammate is not even in the top 12 right now. He's way down the order. I think we might have even got up towards lapping him, so really just showing how bad the car actually is compared to AI to AI. So really was dragging the car up there, and it was a case of pushing as hard as I could. And usually in career modes I'm either faster than the AI or I'm dog slow compared to them. There's never been really a point in many career modes where if I push 100% I'm just about hanging on, and that if I make one tiny mistake I'm completely gone for. It's always been a case of I've got good pace, I'm pushing, but I'm a bit further back in terms of positions, or I'm just dog slow, not catching anyone, having to defend for my life. This one was pushing and defending all in one because I had to really stretch those tyres out, defend from Raikkonen, but then also push as hard as I could right at the end to actually keep that ahead of Rosberg. So I'm really, really happy myself, just personally, with that job to actually get that really satisfying win. Really, really satisfying win, to be honest. So anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Hamilton, as I said, is still leading the way, so not too much to talk about there. We're still in second place with 96 points. In terms of the Constructors, nothing's really changed there, unfortunately, apart from we're now 2 points within the Scuderia Ferrari team, so 2 points within the Works team, so maybe that's something to shout about, and we're, hopefully maybe going to try and overtake them, which would be quite a big deal in the next race, maybe, if we finish ahead of the Ferraris. But yeah, anyways, till then, guys, I'll see you guys next time. The next video on this channel will probably be like a My Driver or maybe something else. I'm not too sure at this point, but if you have enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe when you're around here for weekly Formula 1 content. If you have enjoyed it, once again, just hit that like button. Really would help me out. I've been aarava, I'm Dressed Today, and I'll see you guys next time.